Follow the wind.
Gotcha.
The wind knows me.
My apologies. Yeah. Quietly now.
Into the wind.
Whirling snow. Take flight.
Hey free time gamer, welcome to the stream. What's up?
Busted.
अरे मैं फिर से भूल गया ना, वो एक सेकंड में वो कर देता हूँ। नाइट बोट का यार सेटिंग करना भूल जाता हूँ मैं यार हर बार।
This scenery is wonderful. Surely enough to convince anyone to become a wanderer.
कहाँ पे रहता है? या स्पैम प्रोटेक्शन में रहता है आई गेस। ओके आई गेस हो गया।
Taking a stroll in the middle of a downpour.
अरे मैंने बंद कर दिया, ऑलमोस्ट बंद कर दिया बे।
But it's best to drive
अभी नहीं पड़ेगा, अभी नहीं
as soon as
पड़ेगा।
possible after the rain stops.
सॉरी सॉरी। अभी जस्ट बंद किया मैंने। मेरे को अभी याद आया। सॉरी सॉरी सॉरी। कहाँ पे जाना है? यहाँ पे क्या करना है मेरे को? ओके।
It is the last. The wind knows me.
Oh my God.
Quietly now.
अंदर से स्लाइम्स निकली बे।
My apologies.
ओ और भी है।
Out of the frying pan into the. Gotcha. Take flight. Ah!
यहाँ पे क्या है? ऊपर जाके क्या करना है बे?
There's a pleasant breeze and glorious sunshine. So, where shall we go for a walk?
One with nature. The wind knows me.
Quietly now. Storage! Sumetsu! Come with me. Let us find shelter from the rain.
Busted! Into the wind! Quietly now. One with nature.
Take flight!
Busted!
Whirling snow!
Gotcha! Into the wind!
My apologies! Ad Astra. Thank you for Ad Astra.
Time to go. Follow the wind.
Do, do, do.
Time to go. Time to go.
Another test subject. Ha! Freeze!
The wind knows me. One with nature. Yeah.
Another test subject. Have a little taste!
Time to go.
Take it easy.
Sure.
Time to go. 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 Time to go.
Who says there aren't benefits to a life of one?
The wind knows me. Time to go. Time to go. Time to go.
I'll take care of it.
One with nature.
Well, that's not bad.
Time to go.
You're finally back. I didn't think you'd be gone for so long. Sorry if it was too much trouble.
That's okay. We did offer to help.
Even if we hadn't gone to Falcon Coast, we probably would have been fighting monsters somewhere else.
So anyway, is Master Diluc back yet? We didn't see him at Falcon Coast.
Sorry, I'm not sure of Master's whereabouts either. But I did hear that he recently visited Angel's Share. After dealing with this kind of trouble, Master is always careful to tie up all loose ends. It's become something of a routine. He should be back very soon. You needn't worry. In the meantime, please make yourself comfortable in the winery.
After all that, we managed to completely miss him. Oh well. Let's just wait for him at the winery this time.
At least we got to see the Diluc of the past. It was worth it for that experience.
By the way, Adeline, how come you're always standing here at the door lately? Usually you're busy indoors. Hopefully you haven't been standing there waiting for Master Diluc this whole time, 'cause that would be really tiring.
Oh, thanks for your concern. But I've actually been instructed by Master to meet with some special guests here. Certain guests may need reminding to stay away for the time being. Master hopes that under the present circumstances, these guests will keep an appropriate distance from the winery, so as not to make a difficult situation even more complicated.
Well, Paimon didn't understand any of that, but it sounds like a really important job.
What is it that you need our help with? Maybe you could help me those guests.
That's very kind of you indeed, but you've already helped Master Diluc out a great deal. You can let me take care of these time-consuming chores. There is one small thing you could do for me, though. Please, take this letter and place it on the table to your right as you enter the door. There are a few archived letters on that table already. Just put this one at the very top of the pile.
Is this a letter for Master Diluc?
Yes, it's from one of his informants. Only those in Master's inner circle are permitted to handle it or serve as custodian.
Ooh, that means we're part of Diluc's inner circle.
Yeah.
Of course. Master Diluc greatly values your friendship. Thanks again for the help.
John Winery. I'm back from school. Nice copy Necro. Welcome to the stream. ए यार आपकी स्कूल चालू थी क्या? आज तो रक्षाबंधन नहीं है?
It looks
छुट्टी नहीं
like
होती क्या
Diluc
स्कूल में?
read them just before he left. He must have been in a hurry. Adeline asked us to put this one at the top of the pile, but how are we supposed to tell the order of the other ones? Guess we'll have to read them to get an idea of when they came in.
We really shouldn't be reading other people's mail. Wait, let me think.
Oh, that's true.
बात तो सही बे.
In that case, let's just tidy them up a little.
You're here. You move fast.
अरे डीलुक यहाँ से कहाँ से निकला? उसने तो बोला यहाँ पे नहीं आया. Oh,
What
ये
are you agonizing over?
Miss Adeline asked us to put these letters in a pile, and we can't tell which order they should go in. But it's your personal mail, so it'd be rude for us to read them without your permission.
There's no need to be nervous. And I can see
इतना
from the
cool
looks on
लगता है
your
ना डीलुक.
faces that they've grabbed your interest. These letters deal with events that are
We are
past
Mitty,
and
so
gone.
we don't follow that.
I only held on to them in case any of the information they contain proves useful later down the line. I just dug them out to confirm a few details. I've been following some rather unique developments recently. You were involved in the events in question anyway. You can read them if you want to.
Are you
It's
in
not
hurry?
a bad thing to be curious.
Do you still have other business to attend to? You seems to be in a huge rush. You don't look like you just got back from the city.
Hey, that's a good point. Actually, you kind of smell like wild mountain fruit. Oh, did you go to those mountains where the valberries come from?
Very perceptive. Yes, I did make a trip to the Stormbearer Mountains. I'll fill you in later.
चला गया भाई ये तो.
No fair! We still have some super important things to discuss with Diluc. Not to mention a whole bunch of questions.
Come on, we need to calm down. It's been a long time since Deluxe's presence last. Overword, you.
Alright, let's just sort these letters for him. Well, since he said he doesn't mind, why don't we read them as we go?
कितने लेटर्स है बे? बहुत सारे. Oh my God, 6 letters है. A tidily written letter, a letter with clear handwriting, a neatly written letter, a letter with rough handwriting, a letter with elegant handwriting, a new letter. To the heir of the Ragwinder clan, I apologize for sending this letter without notice. You may not remember me. Hey, रुक जाओ, मेरे को पढ़ने दो. My midterm is going to start at 16 August Tuesday, and I'm not ready yet. Same, bruh. My midterm starting 22 August, and I am also not ready. We have met near the square when I sat at the table adjacent to yours at the Good Hunter, and I have seen you in your tavern. We were always busy with a great many things, especially back when you were much chattier than you are now. You spoke cheerfully and often with your brother and friends then. It's probably no surprise that you did not notice me then, but I have always had my eye on you, child. I recall my crystal clarity how my little Cleo once made a complete mess of your vineyard while she was trying to catch crystal flies there. Oh, little Clee मतलब ये लेटर उसने भेजा है क्या एलिस ने? But you didn't get angry. In fact, you personally encoded Clee back and even gave her a few bottle of fresh grape juice. Now I think that might jog your memory. Yes, Klee recently told me that she hasn't seen that strange man with a red hair in ages. So I decided to look into out look into it out of curiosity. Okay, my deepest condolence regarding your father. बहुत ही पुराना लेटर लग रहा है ये मेरे को. Okay. And since you helped my child out, I hope you would mind if I treat you as if you were my own. That was I think certainly hope. इतने बड़े बड़े लेटर भेजते क्या इन लोगों को? बहुत फटाफट पढ़ना पड़ेगा ये तो. ओह ये बात अच्छी कही रे इसने.
Huh. Paimon's not sure what this one's about. Shall we read another one?
Okay. The letter with clear handwriting. ये किसने भेजा है? Master Kaya took leave and stayed at Down Winery for a few days. In a rare turn of events, he decided to stay in his original bedroom. He would pace about the grounds while idle, and even asked Adeline to make him his favorite dish. Ah, it really does take me back. I shall be honest with you, but I was quite surprised to hear Master Kaya say that he wanted to stay for a few days. We did not refuse him. However, we believe that even if you were here, you would not refuse him outright. Dawn Winery has always been a more quiet location, perhaps because all who stay here are rather peaceable people. The house is made by those who live in it, and Master Kaya's uncommon arrival ended up livening the place up significantly. I hope that you are doing well in your travel. Support everyone here at the winery misses you. May you remain safe and in good health. ये
Do
किसने
you want to
भेजा है?
keep reading them, or have you got the gist now?
Let's read one more letter.
Remember, we're trying to figure out when each letter was written.
बात तो सही है. ये किसने लिखा? डॉन वाइनरी में से किसी ने लिखा है क्या? A neatly written letter. Dear Mr. Dilu, it's my pleasure to investigate the ley lines alongside you. As you know, my focus is on alchemy. Oh, तो I guess ये उसने Albedo ने लिखा है. So my knowledge of the ley lines remains quite shallow, and I fear that I will only be able to share with what little understanding I have. According to many pre-existing documents, the ley line can be seen as a medium of storing information under certain circumstances. They can record activities that occur in the area around them. All this information goes through a recording and storage process. After a certain period of time, they may be released once again by the ley lines. If I may be bold as to make a guess, there should be a method to activate the ley lines. Those who grasp such methods can control the times at which ley line information is recorded and released. Judging from the runic symbols and some other clues, I surmise that there are particular members of the Abyss Order who may have a very small chance of being able to achieve this. If you believe that this requires further investigation, these entities may serve as your point to entry. I wrote a paper few years ago in which I covered my brief foray into questions concerning the flow of ley lines and the other such topics. You will find a copy of this paper enclosed. I hope that it can help you clear up some of your doubts. I'm all set.
Alright then, let's put the letters in the right order.
3 लेटर पढ़ के इसको समझ में आ गया कौन से ऑर्डर में
There's
रखना है.
one thing we can take away from these. It's that Master Diluc has had a pretty difficult past. Not only was he misunderstood by the Knights of Favonius, but he's faced all kinds of other obstacles too. Sounds like it's tough being Captain Pyro, always fighting alone because, for one reason or another, it wasn't convenient for the people around him to help out.
But Diluc seems to have found some peace since then.
Yeah, that's true. Plus, he's got us now. We can give him all the help he could ever want. Oh, Out of friendship, of course. Definitely not just for the grape juice.
ओह न्यू स्किन में आ गया बे डिलुक तो Ponytail, let's go.
Is there a problem?
Master Diluc, you're wearing your old outfit again? And you've tied your hair back. You look so formal all of a sudden.
Old outfit? You've seen it before?
Yep, it was by that leyline anomaly. That was your past self, right?
Huh. I'm surprised it made such an impression.
Do you mind telling us about it? What happened back then? Why were you fighting there?
The same reason as ever. Just stopping another Abyss Order plot. They launched an offensive on several fronts at once. Unfortunately for them, they were still no match for me. We were fighting in an area on Falcon Coast, and everything was recorded by the unusually active ley lines. They must have become unstable again recently, causing them to let out all kinds of information from that time. Hence why you saw what you saw.
Why didn't you stay there to keep
For
guard?
starters, you only need to deal with the monsters, and the ley line deposit will stay dormant, as long as it isn't disturbed again. On the other hand, if I'd done nothing at all, the Knights of Favonius would have taken over straight away. Knowing how they work, they'd be sure to send a large contingent to guard the site.
Wouldn't that have been a good thing?
Depends. Most of the Knights are away on expeditions, so they don't have a lot of people to spare. If the ley line anomaly was just a diversion tactic, the Abyss Order could have been poised to attack somewhere else entirely, while the Knights were scrambling to send what limited forces they have to Falcon Coast. But anyway, I have no interest in talking to the Knights of Favonius. I prefer to get to the bottom of things myself, rather than waste time negotiating with them. And it was easy enough for me to find out the Abyss Order's plans. Take a few Abyss mages hostage, and they soon start talking. As for the Knights of Favonius, I've sent someone to enlist their cooperation where it's needed.
So, this is a joint initiative between you and the Knights. It almost sounds like you are doing the Knights of Favonius a favor.
It's their job to handle situations like this. They ought to be present when things come to a head. I don't like working closely with the Knights of Favonius because of our differences in philosophy. But that doesn't mean we can't watch each other's backs when it counts.
बात तो सही है बे.
Wow. Seems like you have even more control over things now than you used to, Diluc.
The best way to deal with any threat is to utilize all the force at your disposal. Anyway, thank you for your help. Adeline brought me up to speed with everything. In return, I have a gift for your trouble.
Grape juice? The packaging is so fancy! It must be really expensive!
This is my personal favorite grape juice, made of the highest quality grapes. I happen to have an unopened batch, so I brought you a bottle to try. I didn't know you were such fans of grape juice. Next time you want some, don't bother waiting for the discount. Just go down to the cellar and help yourselves. It's on the house.
फ्री में ले लो बता रहा है.
Paimon's gonna tell everyone we meet that we're VIPs at Dawn Winery! This one bottle must be worth at least, like, 50,000 mora! And he gave it to us for free! Thank you so much, Master Diluc!
If you're free tonight, you're welcome to stay for dinner.
ओह डिनर के लिए भी
Adeline
बुला
is
रहा
already
है.
making it. There are, however, a few things I need to take care of before dinner time.
Things that involve fighting.
Yes. Passiveness is not my style.
Oh my god,
Though
क्या
I had
cool
my
बंदा है
suspicions
भाई.
at the start, everything I've come across so far in my investigation suggests that the Abyss Order was not behind this. Since this arose from natural causes, it's time to wrap things up.
So what should we do?
Well, in for one mora, in for a lot. We helped you look out.
Sure. After all, he did just give us this amazing grape juice. Oh, wait, no. What was it? After all, even when the odds of success are 9 to 1, you must never lower your guard.
Well said. In that case, let's
Let's
get
get
going.
going.
Okie dokie, Captain Pyro. You can take it a little easier this time. Come on, let's go! This is the final battle. Then we can put all this trouble behind us.
कितने सारे लेटर्स पड़े रहे यहाँ पे तो। डायरेक्ट यहाँ पे भी टेलीपोर्ट हो सकते हैं ना या ओह डीलूक ये कितना मस्त लग रहा है इस स्किन में ये 90 76 आउट ऑफ ओ क्रिट डैमेज इतना क्यों देते हैं लोग कम वुल्फ्स ग्रेवस्टोन ऑब्वियसली 4 पीस नॉबलेस ही देते हैं ये लोग C3 8 11 8
The wind knows me.
Dawn, break forth!
easy
There. It's done. The ley line deposit will disappear before long.
that battle went very smoothly
All thanks to the power of teamwork. See, even Captain Pyro needs his trusty sidekick sometimes. It can't be Master Diluc saving the day by himself every single time. Many hands make light work.
Sidekicks. It's been a long time since I last worked with others. It's not so bad. If the opportunity arises, let's team up again in the future.
oh my god डीलूक हमें बता रहा है टीम अप करने के लिए ये तो कुछ नया सुनने में मिला है बे ओके ऑल गुड खत्म okay then let's go to the Eula story quest let's go okay यहाँ पे क्या चेस्ट दिखा क्या मेरे को
One with nature.
नहीं नहीं never mind Master Jean, where are you?
Thank you for coming on such short notice, Honorary Knight. I know you must be busy. Well, to make a long story short, there's a particular matter at hand that the Knights requires your assistance with.
Oh, क्या बात हो गई? The Knights are busy as ever. Sounds like typical Master Jean to me.
I have been meaning to have a word with you if the occasion presented itself, but as you know, Mondstadt's safety must always be my first priority. I have recently received multiple reports from the Knights of someone within the Lawrence clan having close dealings with the Fatui.
The Fatui? Again? But who are the Lawrence clan?
There was a dark period in Mondstadt's history when the aristocracy ruled over the city. The hard-won freedom that followed with the fall of Decarabian was lost once again as slavery spread throughout the land. The first Dandelion Knight, Vanessa, spearheaded the revolution that overthrew the old aristocratic system and established the Knights of Favonius, leading Mondstadt to become the city that you see today. The aristocrats that had oppressed the people of Mondstadt were none other than the Lawrence clan.
Oh, Paimon gets it! So the clan's descendants are now scheming with the bad guys to carry out more dubious deeds.
We suspect as much, though we have yet to obtain any solid evidence. The reason I summoned you here today is to ask you to help us further investigate this matter.
But why us? Sounds like a job for Knights of Favonius to me.
Unfortunately, the Knights of Favonius and the aristocracy have been at odds with one another for as long as I can remember. We've already considered every possible way of resolving our differences, but it seems the descendants of the aristocracy remain antagonistic towards the Knights. No matter what stance we take when dealing with them, the outcome is always the same. Our efforts only result in adding more fuel to the flames. We could come knocking on their door on the grounds of a search warrant, but if the investigation were to come up empty, I'm afraid tensions and distrust would only increase. All of our past efforts would have been wasted.
But as the honorary knight, I technically also belong to the knights.
You are in fact the best candidate to represent the Knights of Favonius.
Oh my god,
But
Jean
you
हमारी
need not
तारीफ कर रही है.
emphasize your role as the honorary knight. You are a traveler from a distant land, and you can approach the aristocrats in this way. Once you come to friendly terms with the Lawrence clan, you should be in a good position to learn more of their possible connections with the Fatui.
Whoa! Leave it to Master Jean to come up with such a thorough plan!
Perhaps such plans have become second nature after all the diplomatic issues I've dealt with. The name of the Lawrence clan member in question is Schubert. Lately, he can often be found strolling near the northern city walls. It is said that he is difficult to get along with due to his temperamental disposition, but if we approach him calmly, then things should go off without a hitch.
Leave it to me.
Thanks again for your help. If you run into any snags along the way, I'll do anything in my power to support you.
यार मेरे को भी जीन चाहिए यार. मेरे को कब मिलेगी जीन? मेरे को कब मिलेगी जीन? सब बुक्स क्यों पड़ी है यहाँ पे? ग्रैंड मास्टर वर्का. टाइम नहीं बे अभी. चीन का कमरा हमें खोजने के लिए मिला है भाई. पूरा खोज लेते भाई आज तो. क्या मिला बे? Collect the entire heart of Clear Spring series. ये कर लिया मैंने. ओ क्या मैं पता भी नहीं चला मैंने कर लिया. यहाँ पे भी है.
Time to go.
और है क्या? यहाँ पे भी है. और ओके चलो निकलते भाई. काम पे लगते हैं. मास्टर जीन ने काम दिया है भाई. करना तो पड़ेगा. Look for the former aristocrat in the city. कहाँ पे मिलेगी मेरे को वो? अभी वो है कौन भाई? Yeah, by the way, talk to the person by the city wall.
Huh? Who are you?
Hello! We're here to...
Hello?
Hello. Yeah, what's wrong?
Did I hear you correctly? Hello?
अरे क्या हो गया
And I
इसको?
suppose you think that you can simply strut up here and greet me in such an ignoble and vulgar manner?
अरे
Given that I don't recognize you, I can only assume that you are a traveler of some variety. I'll have you know that you are speaking with the Schubert Lawrence, a blood descendant of the magnanimous nobility. If you wish to address me, you'd best consider your words more carefully. Such nonchalant manners are inadmissible and will never do. Now, if you're somehow capable of understanding anything I've said, then you will get down on your knees, apologize for your negligent actions, and give me a proper introduction. That is the appropriate etiquette.
That's etiquette? Paimon's never heard of something so complicated before.
In former times, when people knew their place and respected traditions, such conduct was only basic courtesy when greeting a nobleman. And neglecting your manners would result in a swift whipping. But look at the world now. Rules have been thrown to the wayside and manners forgotten. I cannot bear to see such degradation.
Sounds like too much hassle to me. It's no wonder the aristocracy fell.
What did you say? You dare question the dignity of the nobility? I'll have you know that though the Lawrence clan is in decline, myself and others of noble blood are looking for a chance to restore our rightful honor. Just look around. The people are unruly and undisciplined. I, however, strive to retain the elegance and etiquette of the nobility. After all, we are of a completely different breed by birth.
I haven't even said anything yet.
Save your words. I find your manners and bearing repulsive. I have nothing to discuss with the likes of you. Besides, I am in no way obligated to instruct commoners on basic courtesies. Now I have more pressing matters to attend to. I'll take my leave.
क्या होते रहता है इन बंदों को?
So this is what Master G meant by difficult to get along with. Let's head back and talk things over with her.
Hey Amber!
Well, if it isn't the honorary knight.
Oh my
Just
god,
on
long
my way
time
out
no
to
see
gather
Amber!
intel. I didn't expect to run into you here. Huh? Judging by your expression, you must have run into some trouble.
Master Jean tasked us with a special assignment, but things seem to have run aground for the moment.
It's a long story. It wasn't our fault.
No need to get down on yourself. Sometimes things just don't turn out as planned. Even I can't guarantee useful intel every time I'm dispatched. You just have to keep at it and never give up.
भाई Amber कितनी cool है यार. Thank you. That's Amber for you.
Hey, why don't you let me try to help? What's the problem?
Master Jean asked us to build a connection with someone named Schubert Lawrence. But it turns out that he's a peculiar character that doesn't listen to anyone. Especially Paimon.
Aha, Schubert! I know him. Let me guess. He said you didn't have any manners.
So you heard? Sounds like you are no stranger to his rants.
I've been on the receiving end of his lectures many a time. The Lawrence clan can be very particular about such things.
You mean everyone in the Lawrence clan is just a big headache?
As aristocrats, they believe there should be a certain distance between themselves and common folk. I understand their thinking, but that's just not how things are anymore. However, there is one exception among the Lawrence clan, my good buddy, Eula.
Buddy?
Buddy,
That's right. Not only is she from the Lawrence clan, but she's also captain of the Knights of Favonia's 4th Company.
Jean told us that the Lawrence clan sees the knights as enemies. How could a member of the Lawrence clan join the knights?
Eula is special. She's not quite like the other members of her clan. She has her own beliefs and it shows. In other words, she doesn't really adhere to the strict rules and conventions of her family. However, she's still quite knowledgeable about dealing with the Lawrences. I'm sure you'll see what I mean if you meet her.
That's strange. If Eula is a member of the Lawrence clan, then why would Master Jean choose us for the task? Couldn't she just ask Eula?
Well, it's a little complicated. Basically, the Lawrence clan has frowned upon the fact that Eula joined the Knights. Her family members don't particularly care for her. In their eyes, Eula is nothing but a traitor to the family.
Arey, she sounds like quite the character. I guess that's understandable from that point of view.
She's very easy to get along with. Just explain the situation, and I'm sure she'll help you come up with a way to get along with Schubert. In fact, I think she's out in the wilderness on patrol this morning. You should be able to find her around Storm Bear Mountains.
Thanks, Amber. All right, you heard her. Let's go find Eula.
Good luck, you two. I've got my own matters to investigate.
भाई एम्बर यार एम्बर ओपी है भाई यार हर बार हम जब तकलीफ में होते हैं तभी एम्बर ही हेल्प करती है हमारी
Well,
मजा आ गया एम्बर को देख के। चलो भाई यूला को ढूंढने चलो। वेयर इज यूला? यहाँ पे ही है क्या?
the Fatui! What are they doing here?
यहाँ तो फतुईज
That
है।
was Eula was sent on patrol here? Let's fight first and talk later.
रिफोर्समेंट कहाँ पे बे? अच्छा ये रहा ना। क्या कर रहा है बे तू यहाँ पे?
One with nature.
डल ब्लेड ओपी बॉयज। अरे पीछे से स्नाइप कर रहा है। ओ माय गॉड नाइस एंट्री बे। ओ माय गॉड। ओ ओ ओ ओ ओपी बे। यूला ओपी और व्हाट?
You don't think twice before reaching for your sword, do you? Do you have any idea how long I've been tracking these targets? And now you get to stake a claim. You think you're stronger because you got to them first? Mark my words, vengeance will be mine.
What?
I'm sorry, vengeance.
That's right. I heard the commotion and came as swiftly as I could, only to find you two already fighting the Fatui. Not only that, you are making quick work of them too. If I didn't make my move, you would have been able to take all the credit.
अरे
Still,
मेरे को कोई
I'm
क्रेडिट
glad
नहीं
you're
चाहिए भाई।
unscathed. Confronting that number of Fatui at once can be dangerous.
Actually, I'm quite used to fighting with a Fatui.
Sorry, Paimon doesn't understand what you mean, but thanks for your concern.
Concern? Why would I be concerned for the safety of my arch enemies?
Arch enemies? Wait a minute. You were saying how glad you were that we were unscathed a second ago.
By which I meant, if you were injured, I'd have to escort two strangers guilty of stealing my targets all the way back to Mondstadt. Which would mean you'd cause me even more trouble. My vengeance would be swifter still.
अरे
So that's
I-
how you see all this?
क्या एटीट्यूड है भाई बंदी में? So you must be Eula.
Yes, that's me.
Paimon thinks she's pretty strange. Although at least we can communicate with her.
You dare to call someone you've just met strange? Forget the aristocracy. That's rude even by normal standards. Speaking of which, how do you know my name?
This is the honorary knight of the Knights of Favonius. And speaking of rude, we're trying to investigate an aristocrat named Schubert Lawrence. He's so obsessed with etiquette that he's not even willing to speak with us.
I understand now. That's my uncle, all right. But why do you mean to investigate him?
He may be secretly involved with Fatui.
I see. You have some nerve to faming a family member right in front of me. I will have vengeance for this too.
No. This is an assignment from Master Jean. It's just an investigation, that's all.
Aren't you curious about your uncle? Aren't you worried about your uncle?
To the everyday citizens of Mondstadt, everyone in the Lawrence clan is scum. It's natural for rumors and unwarranted gossip to lead to such suspicion.
Hard to avoid such a reputation when you're known as the ruthless rulers of Old Mondstadt.
Oh, so that's what you think of me? Yet another transgression to avenge.
But didn't you say it first? Oh,
Curious. We've only just met, and you've already given me 3 causes for vengeance. It's been a while since I've encountered anyone as interesting as you.
Your definition of curious is curious. Why do you seem so happy about it?
I assume you need me to teach you the conduct of the Lawrence clan. Only then will you finally be able to communicate with my uncle, correct?
That's right. Amber told us to come and talk to you.
Well then, let's begin your training immediately. It'll be easier to train when we're back in Mondstadt. We'll require other people.
But aren't you plotting vengeance against us? You are not planning to take revenge at an opportune moment, aren't you?
We can put that aside for now. Besides, if it's the acting Grandmaster's assignment, and Amber's the one who recommended me, I should comply.
Okay.
Hyman's confused. This girl's all vengeance this and revenge that. But she doesn't seem the least bit angry. Still, Hyman has met bigger weirdos before.
बात तो सही है भाई. Go to the plaza in front of the cathedral.
Ah, you finally arrived. There's no time to spare, so we'll begin with our first lesson.
Wait, hold on. There's something we need to clear up first. Otherwise it'll keep bugging us.
Out all that vengeance stuff. You won't really take revenge, will you?
So that's still on your mind, huh? Maybe you're the ones who can't let things go. Don't worry, there's a time and place for exacting vengeance. Besides, I'm not in the mood for any right now. Best save it for later.
You need to be in the right mood for vengeance.
I already have a long list of vengeance to exact. Even if I wanted to begin now, I'd have to start in the right order. Who knows how long it will be before I get to you?
Well, if you have so much to take care of, wouldn't it just be easier to give us a clean slate?
Absolutely not. Stealing my targets, calling me a ruthless ruler, and suspecting my uncle. All worthy of vengeance in my eyes.
She's definitely counting. She wasn't kidding.
But you needn't worry, at least not whilst we're investigating this matter. I'm sure you're familiar with the phrase, a man of moral integrity fears no slanderous attack. If Uncle Schubert didn't commit any wrongdoing, then any such investigation will prove fruitless. But if he did commit a wrongful act, then he should bear the full punishment. I'm sure you understand.
I think I'm starting to see what you mean.
Good. Now, there are two key points that aristocrats attach great importance to. Your manner of speech and your bearing. Let's begin with your manner of speech. Aristocrats have a very unique way of carrying conversation, even with mundane daily topics.
Oh, Paimon's already learned some unique conversation. Mark my words, vengeance will be mine!
Not even close. And besides, it sounds strange.
Hey! Paimon learned it from you! And didn't you say not to call others strange? It seems you don't respect the rules of your own clan.
No, I've no need to trouble myself with such frivolous formalities. Here, allow me to demonstrate. For example, when greeting a friend, you could say, "As the morning dew greets the coming dawn, so do I greet you, my dear friend."
As the morning dew does what now?
However, such a phrase may only be used during the morning hours. Also, the party with whom you're speaking must be of approximately the same status as you. Morning dew is not uncommon, so it expresses that friendship should not be measured by value, yet also suggests that friendship between aristocrats is pure like water.
Seems like a lot of work just to greet the guru. Good friend. बात तो सही है बे.
No.
अब तो कहता है ओ चलो
Prudent with your words.
मजामा
Calling someone
ऐसे
a
करके.
good friend could easily offend them.
But didn't you just say my dear friend in your example? Paimon's confused.
Yes, I did. But you must know in the Lawrence family, dear friend is a set phrase that can only be used towards certain friends with whom one is acquainted, but not particularly close. It sounds much more pleasant to call an acquaintance a dear friend. So, another thing to remember. Aristocrats are concerned with face and being polite. However, if you were to use dear friend to address an intimate friend, the recipient would think that you were deliberately trying to estrange them.
This is getting complicated. बात तो सही है. You mean you always have to talk this way?
This is only the first step in making a greeting. After addressing one another, you then exchange courtesies.
Wait. This is all too abstract. Perhaps it would be better if you gave some real-life demonstrations.
Ah. Very well. Come with me. We'll choose some bystanders to converse with.
Okay. नॉर्मन से बात करते हैं.
Oh, you're Eula of the Lawrence clan, right? This can't be good.
You there, lowly laborer. You stand in the presence of a member of the illustrious Lawrence clan. I have words for you. Please acknowledge the glory bestowed upon thee by the nobility... What comes next? Oh, right. By solemnly kneeling to the ground with utmost sincerity.
Huh? I can't make heads or tails of anything you're saying.
Hold on. What did they always teach me?
इसको भी नहीं आता भाई.
Whenever a dispute arises, protection of your family's prestige and dignity always takes precedence. Got it. As a lowly commoner, you shall maintain absolute reverence when speaking with those under which you so graciously toil. How dare you speak in such a manner?
Is everyone from the Lawrence clan so strange?
भाई ये लोग तो फिशल से भी स्ट्रेंज है भाई. कुछ भी बोलते रहते हैं.
Just beat it.
I think you misunderstood her. He's just giving us a demonstration, that's all.
Like I said, I don't care what you're doing. I have nothing to say to any member of the Lawrence clan. And here's a word of advice. I wouldn't be caught dead walking too closely with any one of their like in Mondstadt. If that's all, I'll be going. I'm afraid I won't be able to control myself if we talk any longer.
Hey! Don't leave! Halt! Mark my words. Vengeance will be mine.
Wow. The Lawrence name really does carry a terrible reputation.
सही बात है बे.
Never mind him. I could have predicted as much. Let's find someone else.
एम्बर से बुलाओ, एम्बर से. इसको तो वही संभालेगी भाई. लीनो या लेनो, क्या नाम है इसका?
You there, lowly toiler. You stand in the presence of a member of the illustrious Lawrence clan. I have words for you. Please acknowledge the glory bestowed upon thee by the nobility, and solemnly kneel to the ground with utmost sincerity. Huh? Why don't you respond? According to the custom, I must wait until you kneel completely before I can say the next words. Right. I mustn't look at you too long, or I'll be drawing more attention to our difference in status. Oh dear, I've already stared at you for quite a while.
क्या है ये?
Fine. You may spare yourself the formality of kneeling, as it may be a little inconvenient. I shall continue. Oh, wait. I think there's a line for people with rude attitudes in this situation.
Hey, stop bothering me or else I might say something you wouldn't like to hear. And again, I've
बड़ा
got
गया
no
बंदा.
words for anyone from the Lawrence clan.
भाई लॉरेंस कैन की रेपुटेशन कुछ अलग ही है भाई. They escalated fast. Maybe we should just stop for now.
Yes, I don't think his attitude will change. If I keep grandstanding like this, the outcome won't be good. Let's try to find someone else to talk to. I'll remember your unwillingness to comply. Mark my words.
Vengeance will be mine.
Will be mine.
एक बात तो मेरी समझ में आ रही है. लॉरेंस क्लैन के बंदे के में मतलब लॉरेंस क्लैन के बंदों में दिमाग ही नहीं है भाई. कुछ भी बोलते रहते भाई, बता रहा हूँ. रैंडल से बात करते हैं.
You there, lowly worker.
Yeah, I've already heard it all before. Look, just spare me the time. Our answer's always the same. We've got nothing to say to the likes of you. I mean, seriously, can't you just take a hint?
Please calm down. We don't want to cause any trouble.
I know she's a knight of Favonius, and that the knights wouldn't misplace their trust, but the name Lawrence carries too much weight with it. Even to this very day, the descendants of the Lawrence clan are still scheming to reclaim Mondstadt and reinstate their aristocratic rule. And if that wasn't enough, here you are purposefully using their awkward way of speaking just to put on an act? Don't you care for the feelings of us ordinary folk?
You have a point, but mark my words, this transgression will not go unnoticed.
Huh? You want to fight? Listen here. I may be no match for you, but I'll be sure to lodge a complaint with the Knights of Favonius.
Maybe we should just call it a day now. Maybe everyone should just take a step back.
I'm sorry, but I want her to understand that I'm serious. Listen here. If you don't want things to get more unpleasant, then you'd better just stop.
Forget it. There's no point in quarreling any further. Let's go. It's all right. This happens quite often. Let's find someone else to talk to.
Paimon thinks we've seen enough now. Let's just stop. Actually, Paimon thinks we should apologize for asking you to demonstrate for us. We had no idea the feelings between the Lawrence clan and the people of Mondstadt were so bitter.
What can we do? The Lawrence name is already a dirty word among every household in Mondstadt. Even 3-year-olds know the story. I see this kind of attitude all the time.
And somehow you still managed to brush it off with a laugh. I'm starting to sympathize with you.
Don't worry. What with me being a knight of Favonius, they're usually willing to speak a few words with me. Perhaps my aristocratic manner of speech provoked them today. Believe me, it's not a big issue.
So this is the way things are normally for you? There's no need for them to direct their anger at you personally.
That's the way things are. Perhaps it's just fate for those who have made mistakes. Accepting punishment is only fair, right? But when your family has committed atrocities, I'm afraid there's no easy path to reconciliation. As memories are carried in the city breeze, the faults of such grievances are passed from one generation to the next. It is now my turn to bear this burden. At least I have a means of living a relatively normal life compared to the elders of my family. I have nothing to be discontented about.
So you knew all along that we did encounter these kinds of problems?
Yeah! Why were you so willing to try and demonstrate for us?
Oh, that reminds me. That last person will not escape my vengeance either.
Lol.
Let's leave it at that. Just think of it as something I like to do. But unfortunately, you probably didn't learn much from those conversations. It seems we have no other choice but to find more people to talk to.
No need! Besides, the Traveler's pretty sharp, and nothing gets in our way on an adventure. Paimon thinks we got the gist of it now. Right? Right?
Yeah. I think I got it. I'm still not sure I can do
We'll
this.
just have to roll with it for now. Let's just keep Eula from getting anyone else riled up.
Well then, I'm glad you learned something. You're already halfway toward mastering aristocratic conduct. A proper manner of speech is more aesthetic than anything else. It stems from their taste for refinement. But we must also practice your bearing. I have a very effective way of training for this. Come with me to Dragonspine.
Okay. Go to the Dragon Spine. चलो भाई Dragon Spine चलते हैं.
Snow that once adorned the world in silver, thaws to reveal the gleam of the fruit upon frost-laden branches. How
अच्छा ये रही ना.
picturesque.
ओए
Only some
अरे
tears
इतने
in the
दूर से
setting
कहाँ
of
से
the
लग गई
flame.
मेरे को.
It's so cold. Does aristocrat training really need to be done here?
If you wish to truly achieve the dignified conduct of an aristocrat, you must learn to remain composed and elegant even amidst harsh conditions. For example, you can see that part of the path up ahead is quite difficult to traverse. But a well-trained aristocrat would not only effortlessly proceed forward, but do so without a stain on their garment and their elegance fully intact.
Paimon thinks we've left the realm of aristocrats and entered the realm of adventuring. Compared to what we've already seen, this should be a piece of cake.
Yeah, I'm used to this kind of challenge. Should be way easier than making conversation early.
Paimon thinks so too. But you've got this in the bag.
You look pretty confident this time. All right, let's get started. Remember, you must be graceful and elegant. Don't get knocked or launched into the air. That would be most unsightly. That won't do. You've exposed your shortcomings.
अरे पढ़ रहा था यार.
Head back to the starting point and it'll be difficult. Remember, you...
पढ़ रहा था. Without taking damage. अच्छा.
Quietly now.
Take flight!
Time to go.
That won't do. You've exposed your shortcomings.
अरे
No need to worry. Head back to the starting point.
अच्छा मैं वहाँ पे चिपक गया. ठीक ठीक ठीक.
It'll be difficult. Remember.
Into the wind.
Whirling snow. That won't do. You've exposed your shortcomings. No need to worry. Head back to the starting point and try again. It'll be difficult. Remember.
इस बार कर देंगे भाई. चलो. Speed run. Speed run. Boom. Bam. अरे नीचे गिर गया रे.
Never again.
नीचे गिर गया रे बाबा. स्पीड रन करते करते.
Into the wind. Time to go.
भाई नीचे गिर के भी पूरा कर दिया भाई.
Better than I had anticipated, at least.
Hyman almost didn't make it through. Whew. Good thing we didn't get stuck. So, are we aristocrats now?
Don't flatter yourselves. We've only just begun. This scenario was relatively simple. In the face of a real battle, one would seldom have a chance to stop and evaluate the situation. There's a ley line monolith just up ahead that will attract nearby monsters. True elegance is the ability to calmly yet swiftly make decisions in the heat of battle.
Oh, is this how you normally train? No wonder he was so skilled.
My family set only the highest expectations for me, even as a child. Let's proceed, shall we?
Let's go.
This is the ley line monolith. Go ahead, activate it. But be careful not to get launched into the air or frozen while fighting. That would be most unsightly.
अरे यार ये आइस वाला कहाँ से आ गया?
Here comes the catch. Take it easy.
One with nature.
You failed this time. What a shame. But not to worry. It's just training after all. Let's...
Freeze हो गया बे. चलो इसी बहाने चेंज तो कर देते हैं.
Just sharpen my... Booba, get them!
Busted. The wind knows me. Fallen leaves adorn my night.
ओ और भी है बे.
Whirling snow!
चलो इसका तो काम हो गया. अभी फ्रोज तो नहीं होगा मैं आई गेस.
Quietly now.
One with nature.
Game's up. Fun's over.
अरे भाई भाई और भी है क्या?
Busted.
ये दो ही है क्या? मैं तो ढूंढ रहा था भाई.
Well done. Your performance was most impressive. And you managed to remain calm even in these grueling dragon spine surroundings. I'm starting to wonder if even I could have done the same. Given such an outstanding performance, it seems there is little left for me to teach you.
Like Paimon said, adventuring is our specialty. So, that's it for our training, right? Then let's get out of Dragon Spine before Paimon turns into a popsicle.
Hold on. I was commending the Traveler's performance just now. You, on the other hand, seem to have made no progress at all.
Lol.
What? You mean Paimon was also part of the training?
Yes, of course. You were frantically flying and dashing about throughout the entire thing. Not an elegant sight at all. Did you even listen to anything I was trying to teach you?
Maybe the weather is just too cold here. Maybe that's just Paimon style.
Hey, that's not true. Paimon was just focusing on you the whole time.
Whatever the reason, not heeding my instructions. A cause for vengeance, perhaps. Now, drink this.
Huh? What is it? Are you trying to poison Paimon?
Certainly not. It's warm milk. Didn't you just say that you were freezing? Drink it and it'll help warm you up.
Oh, thank you. Are you still planning on the whole vengeance thing?
If I wasn't, then why would I care about you being cold? If you turned into a Paimon popsicle, that would ruin my plans for vengeance now, wouldn't it? So, dear friend, don't die on me out here.
Dear friend बोला रे इसने मैं.
Something was off.
Thank you for looking up to Paimon.
All in the name of vengeance. No need to thank me. Now then, given that your training is complete, it's time we return to Mondstadt. Our last step will be preparing a cordial gift to present to my uncle when you meet him. I already have something in mind. Let's pay Sarah a visit at Good Hunter.
Okay.
Wish me luck.
एम्बर खड़ी है यहाँ पे तो.
Oh, hey, Eula. I see you've met the honorary knight.
We meet again, Amber. Seems we're just bound to run into you these days.
Well, I just got back and was thinking about grabbing a bite at Good Hunter. But now that you're here, why don't we all eat together?
Very well. It's been some time since we've last shared a meal together. Come, take a seat. We can discuss my uncle's gift while we eat.
Yes? Is there something else you'd like to order?
Could you please prepare a serving of my uncle's favorite, gebratenes Fleisch mit Sauerkraut? We'll take it as a gift to him later.
Coming right up. It'll take some time to prepare. I'll have it here at the counter once it's ready.
Hold on a moment. Is this satisfying salad also something that Amber ordered?
No, she didn't order it. But because she didn't order any vegetables, I thought I'd throw in a salad on the house. You know, to contrast all the meat dishes.
So, we clearly didn't order this, yet you prepared it without authorization. Mark my words, this transgression will not go unnoticed.
You're gonna take revenge on her for giving us a free salad?
You should know me by now. That's the kind of villainous character I am. Well then, please wait a moment while I get the dish for your uncle started.
Delicious unauthorized delicacies. Sarah will pay for this.
Why would you choose gebratenes Fleisch mit Sauerkraut as a gift for your uncle? Hyman's never even heard that dish before.
This dish isn't actually on Good Hunter's menu. Only long-standing patrons such as my uncle would know about the dish. The old aristocrats seem to take a liking to it.
Because of the sour flavor of the sauerkraut, not too many people are fond of it these days. I guess it's become less popular over time.
Eula treated me to the dish once, and I couldn't even finish a bite. I've nicknamed it Gebratenes Fleisch mit Vengeance ever since.
I never expected us to have such completely different tastes in food. If I weren't in such a good mood, I'd say that constitutes grounds for transgression.
Huh, so even Ember doesn't escape your vengeance.
Of course not. It's hard to find someone in Mondstadt that attracts contempt as much as she does.
It's fine when you're just joking between us, but I'm afraid our honorary knight might misunderstand you. Eula's always talking about vengeance, but that's just how she is. It's nothing you should take too seriously.
But I am serious, and I'll remember every transgression committed against me. Ugh, it's no wonder so many people dislike you.
Paimon's starting to realize that Eula is actually a very good person. There's no need to be so awkward when you want to say something nice.
Listen, you've never been labeled as a social pariah, have you?
Well, no?
So that's why you wouldn't understand how hard it is for a bad person to try to be good. It's impossible for me, and I have no intention of acting like a good person. All right, no need to look so sullen. I'm just kidding. Come on, let's eat. The food is getting cold.
Oh, I'm stuffed. I'll see Sarah about the bill.
No need. I've left the Mora under the plate. If you try to settle it with her in person, she won't accept payment for the salad. Don't underestimate my ability to exact revenge. Sarah won't get the upper hand this time. All right, next you should pay my uncle a visit. He has a small camp at the top of the mountain near Springvale. He usually whiles his time away there when there's nothing else to do.
Aren't you coming with us, Eula?
I'm afraid that wouldn't be very convenient for me. It'd be better if you two went alone. Ah, yes. Please do remember to pick up the dish from Sarah.
I still have more recon to do in the wilderness. Well, until next time.
Let's meet again. What an interesting bunch you are.
Okay. अकेले ही जाना पड़ेगा.
Here, the Gebratenes Fleisch mit Sauerkraut
भाई
is
इस
ready
डिश
to
का
go.
नाम कितना खतरनाक
Be
है
sure
यार.
to eat it while it's hot. Otherwise, the flavor will be spoiled. And by the way, don't worry too much when Eula says strange things. She's actually a very good person.
Paimon's been meaning to ask. No one could stand the sight of Eula when she was trying to speak with the others in Mondstadt earlier. But she seemed to get along fine with you and Amber just now. What's up with that?
The people of Mondstadt don't take kindly to anyone bearing the Lawrence name. They are unable to see past her family. Therefore, they don't actually see Eula for herself. So no matter what Eula tries to do, it's seen as a wrongdoing. It essentially strips the meaning of anything she tries to accomplish.
I think I understand now. So that's what she meant when she said P was hard for a bad person to try to be a good.
How come you're able to see Eula differently then?
Well, when she joined the Knights of Favonius, it caused quite an uproar. Many people signed a petition demanding that the Knights reverse their decision. At the same time, numerous members of the Lawrence clan crowded the entrance of the Knights of Favonius headquarters, clamoring for Eula to give an explanation.
Whoa. So both sides were unhappy.
That's right. So you can imagine how determined Eula must have been under such circumstances. But thanks to Grandmaster Varka and the unwavering attitudes of others in the Knights of Favonius, they were able to quell the unrest. Tensions still remain beneath the surface, I'm afraid. In the eyes of the people, she's a stain on the Knights of Favonius. And in the eyes of the Lawrence clan, she's a disgrace to her family. But she simply fulfills her duty as a knight, silently helping one person after another. Myself included. People like Eula should be approached with care and understanding. She could stand to be treated a little more fairly.
It's good that you are able to understand her. If only there were more people like you.
I believe a day will come when things will get better.
Once everything's settled, we should go talk to Eula again. Paimon thinks we know how to communicate with her now.
I'm glad. I think that would make her very happy, though she might not ever admit it. Take care. Please come again.
Okay. चलो भाई अंकल जी से बात करते हैं.
Follow the wind. Time to go. One with nature. The wind knows me. Time to go.
Khadus Uncle Ji, I'm back.
The tent seems to be pretty tattered, but there's a really fancy chair. Could this be another aristocratic custom?
Ah, it's you again. I thought I had rid myself of you two.
We have heard that aristocrats are most magnanimous. Please, if I may be so bold as to say a few humble words.
A few humble words, huh?
Uh-huh.
Yes, that sounds appropriate enough.
Okay.
Very well. I'm certainly not one to be narrow-minded. I'll overlook your previous misconduct for now and listen to what you have to say.
Wow, this guy thinks so highly of himself.
Before I go further, I wish you express my will for resistance. It is an honor to stand before you here. इतनी इज्जत क्यों दे रहा है इसको?
Supreme brilliance, the glory of the nobility that continues to this day. A true loyalist. Impressive. My intentions were to test your humility. It appears you have become well versed in our etiquette.
Oh, so he was testing us. Sheesh, what an ordeal.
Your conduct is satisfactory. I must say, such progress in such a short time is practically unfathomable. If I may ask, from whence did you learn such a civilized manner of speech?
I was fortunate enough to benefit from the knowledge of a dear friend. I refined my conduct with some instruction in the classics, courtesy of a dear friend.
Ah, good. Very good. You are bright, and compared with the common folk of Mondstadt, you certainly have potential. If you were of aristocratic blood, your prospects would be promising indeed.
By the way, we brought a gift. Paimon means we would like to present you with a small token of our goodwill.
Could this be gebratenes Fleisch mit Sauerkraut? It's evident that your sentiment is genuine. As a young person nowadays, only with no small effort could you achieve such a dish. It's been so long since I dug into a big, tasty... I beg your pardon. What I mean to say is, since it's nearly mealtime, I shall partake.
Toosle.
Ah, yes. This aroma, just as I remember it. And this exquisite sour flavor. A delicacy that only us noblemen and women could appreciate.
Now even Paimon's starting to wonder what it tastes like.
I acknowledge your genuine goodwill. Such sincerity must certainly imply that you come bearing a request.
It seems there is a word that the Lawrence family has a grand scheme of sorts.
Wait, so you've come to know of this too? It was meant to be a family secret.
I wish to lend you a helping hand. I would like to do what I can for the nobility.
Well, considering your meticulous etiquette, you must be a talent of unusual fortitude. I'm willing to place my full trust in you. Please, come with me. We happen to be in need of competent fellows like yourself.
Where are we going?
To see some friends from a distant land. They have offered their assistance in restoring the Lawrence clan to its former glory.
So he trusts us solely based on your etiquette.
I think we need to be careful. Perhaps this is what the old aristocrats see as most important.
Well then, let's get going, shall we? You'll understand everything in due course.
कहाँ पे ले जा रहा है ये?
Do you think his friends are the Fatui?
बोल सकते भाई.
It's sticky if the Fatui happen to recognize you. What should we do?
Hi bro, gaming with Nitesh. What's up? Welcome to the stream. एक सेकंड कहाँ पे बे यहाँ पे क्या है अरे चेस्ट है यहाँ पे तो
Brings a smile to my face. Time to go. Follow the
What's your year? 55. यहाँ पे है क्या? Oh my god. Behind enemy lines. Can you please farm my ID?
Why have you put
Wait,
on a
what?
mask all of a sudden?
और मास्क कहाँ से ले आए भाई हम? I don't wish to be seen by any strangers. It is only proper for aristocrats to wear a mask.
Even if they are powerful, our status is much higher than theirs in the land of Mondstadt, and therefore we shouldn't allow them to admire our true faces so easily. I see.
Good thinking. Paimon thought for sure they'd recognize us.
Let's proceed, shall we? I'll introduce you as my guest.
Reply please. मैं कहाँ से farm करूँ भाई आपकी ID को?
As you'll see in a moment, there are many already helping us. I heard that this area had already been purged once by the Knights of Favonius, but it's the only place around Mondstadt that is well concealed and spacious enough. Although it has fallen into disrepair and does not suit the tastes of the nobility, we simply have to make do for now.
मतलब अब मेरे को करना क्या है आपकी ID में? मेरे को समझ में ही नहीं आया.
Faster.
Of course not. An aristocrat always moves with grace in his steps. Moving hurriedly is unacceptable.
जा भाई जा अभी. हाँ जा जा जल्दी से जा भाई. टाइम नहीं है हमारे पास. अबे क्या है क्या इसको भाई? रुक क्यों गया है? अच्छा मैं आऊँगा तो ही आएगा ये. ओह चल भाई चल.
Expected. It's the Fatui.
Yep.
As expected.
Because we always see them around the city. They must be.
आप मेरी ID लेके क्वेस्ट करो, इवेंट करो, कुछ भी करो, प्रीमोस फार्म करने हैं
Nothing
मेरे.
more than foreign
Primo.
ruffians with
वो
power
तो आप
and
भी
the
कर
ability to
सकते हो ना.
flaunt it. But they are favorable business partners.
Hold it right there. Who's this?
If
मेरे
you
पास
really
टाइम नहीं.
must
वाह
know,
ये
they're
कर लो.
my guests. If you happen to offend them in even the slightest, then you will be held accountable by the Lawrence clan.
But this matter is of utmost secrecy. We must exercise caution.
You dare question the ways of a nobleman? I don't have time for this. Make way.
No
मैं
need
सिर्फ
to sound
जेंशिन
all high
मुश्किल
and
से
mighty
हाफ
like that.
और खेल पाता हूँ.
Fine. You may proceed.
मेरे को भी भाई मैं देखो मैं पोकेमॉन्स के वीडियोस बनाता हूँ. पोकेमॉन यूनाइट की स्ट्रीम करता हूँ, वैलोरेंट भी खेलता हूँ और उसके ऊपर जेंशिन भी
Of
खेलता हूँ.
course, that is the benefit of prestige.
अभी आप सोच लो मेरे पास
In
कितना
past
टाइम होगा
times, it would be a
आपकी आईडी
dire
को मैं
offense
फार्म
to
करने के
speak
लिए.
to a nobleman in such a manner. We could determine a person's fate with
और
the
उसके
blink
ऊपर
of
मेरे
an
को
eye.
कॉलेज भी जाना होता है. मतलब
And such
फुल
glory
जीजी
will
हो जाता है
return
मेरा
to
एक
me
दिन में.
again before long.
आपके किसी फ्रेंड को दे दो ना. इजी. ओके ओके. थैंक यू फॉर अंडरस्टैंडिंग.
seen this person before? And who, may I ask, is this? We mustn't bring just anyone in here.
This is our new ally that I've recently met. They are completely trustworthy. You have the word of the Lawrence clan.
It's a pleasure to meet
Our
you.
plans are strictly confidential. It's not wise to bring in an outsider at this time. Furthermore, there's been word that an outlander who joined the Knights of Favonius has been very active in Mondstadt recently.
साला कोई भी
Don't
friend
be
Genshin Impact नहीं खेला.
ridiculous.
Same bro.
Besides, my guest is well versed in the etiquette of the nobility. I must treat them with the proper mutual respect. The Knights of Favonius pay no regard to such details. They could never understand the intricacies of our etiquette.
And what about
Okay, so
this
bye bye.
thing?
Hope you enjoyed the stream.
You mean Paimon?
Hope we'll see you soon. Bye.
Enough. You dare question my word? Need I remind you who it is who has made your activity in Mondstadt possible? Without the support of the Lawrence clan, you would have all been driven out by the
भाई
Knights
अंकल
of
जी तो फतू
Favonius
इसको
like
धमका रहे हैं भाई
dogs.
फूल
You
एकदम.
must immediately offer your sincerest apologies to my friend. You've offended their honor.
Fine. I'll take your word and make no further inquiries. Now, to the matter at hand. Did you bring the diagram of Mondstadt's defenses as promised?
Oh, so that's what's going on here.
Yes, of course. Here it is.
अंकल जी मिले हुए हैं भाई फचुईज में.
Why is it so poorly drawn? Everything's so squiggly and crooked. And what is this shape supposed to be?
Excuse me. I'll have you know that I went to great lengths to carefully draw this map by hand myself. That
What?
shape is the symbol of the Knights of Favonius.
I see. Crude, but I can make do. Are you able to verify that this is all reliable information?
Of course, you needn't worry about that. Don't forget what we agreed upon. The flag of the Lawrence clan will fly above the Knights of Favonius headquarters. The rights to that building, as well as the whole of Mondstadt, belong to the Lawrence clan.
Yes, we will both profit from this agreement. There's no use haggling over the details. We will make good use of the intel you provided. Also, be certain not to divulge our identity. There would be diplomatic consequences, you know.
Don't worry, this matter is only between you and I. And my new friend here. No one else will know of it. Once this is over, I shall stand atop the Favonius headquarters and rebuke their pathetic rule over Mondstadt. Then, the city and all its people will once again be under the rightful and unwavering rule of the Lawrence clan. Perfect. Just as it once was, and just as it should be.
भाई इस अंकल को क्या लगता है फचुईज इनकी मदद करेंगे? क्या बात कर रहे हो अंकल जी?
May I remind you once again that we mustn't act rashly. That is all. For now.
Very well.
Very well.
Huh? What are you doing?
No need to keep up appearances. The cheek is up.
That's right! It's the honorary knight and their trusty companion Paimon! We're here to crush your evil schemes into dust! Dust!
जीन को बताना था ना यहाँ पे ऐसे हीरो बनने की क्या जरूरत थी? And breathe. I think they got the message, Paimon.
So this was all just a ploy to deceive me?
Obviously, Uncle G.
It's your own fault! Who would put so much trust in someone based purely on their manners?
After so much planning, this is how it ends?
Yep.
Huh? We'll see about that.
भाग गए अंकल जी तो पकड़ो पकड़ो पकड़ो.
Just as I expected. I knew I should have never trusted these foolish aristocrats. No matter, we already have the intel.
खराब लगा बे इनके लिए तो.
They're running off in different directions. Paimon remembers that this place is a dead end. Let's take care of the Fatui first and then deal with Schubert later. Stop for a swirl. A door is open. Let's go.
पीछे क्या है बे? अच्छा पीछे कुछ नहीं है. ओ यूला आ गई यहाँ पे.
Is that right, Eula?
नाइट्स ऑफ फेवोनियस को लेके
Don't touch me! Get out of my way! I'll leave on my own!
It seems we finally caught up with you. This place is crawling with Fatui. Oh, it's you. It seems your investigation went well.
it was all worth it. Things progressed much faster than we anticipated.
Aha! I see now. So you're the one that taught them our etiquette. And I thought you despised such pleasantries. Furthermore, there is a rule in our family. Such traditions are never to be taught to outsiders.
Ah, yes. Rings a bell. So what? I had no reason not to teach them.
You have brought shame to our family and ruined my plans. It's all for naught now.
I know that you poured great efforts into these plans, Uncle. But you are well aware that it was not the right thing to do. As a Knight of Favonius, I could not overlook your actions.
Knight of Favonius? Let's get one thing straight. I am your uncle, and you are a member of the Lawrence clan. You should strive to restore your family's glory. You still have a chance. Defeat every Knight of Favonius here, and leave with me. Then I shall plead with the family to spare you, and give you a new beginning.
So just to be clear, you want a Knight of Favonius to attack the Knights of Favonius?
I shall say this one last time. You are not a Knight of Favonius. You are a descendant of the Lawrence clan. The blood of the Lawrence clan flows in your
अंकल के हाथ कहाँ पर है
You
भाई?
must comply with the will of the family.
Since when have I ever complied with the will of the family?
Why, you unruly maid!
If anyone should be angry, it should be me. As a member of the Lawrence clan, you knowingly plotted against the city of Mondstadt and threatened its safety. Had you ever stopped to consider the trouble it would bring to so many people? Had you considered how many enemies you would make trying to keep the plans under wraps?
You dare lecture me!
That's right. In the name of the family that you so dearly revere, Uncle Schubert. I've never experienced the age of glory you always speak of. And I've never understood our family's incessant pursuit of it. But I am capable of discerning right from wrong. And I deeply understand what freedom means to the people of Mondstadt. The Lawrence clan should never and will never become what you've dreamed it to be.
Oh, the disgrace of it all! How could such a rebellious monster emerge from our own family?
Things are starting to get pretty hysterical here. Politeness and elegance seem to have gone out the window.
That's enough fuss for today. You two, take him away. The honorary knight and I have other matters to attend to. Given that you've already taken action, I assume you've come across some conclusive evidence?
The Fatuis are in possession of a diagram of monster defenses. The Fatuis are planning something terrible.
Hyman took a peek at their diagram. Your uncle had mapped out all of the Knight's patrol routes and marked out key information about Mondstadt.
And there was me thinking that he was just another elder of the family. And a lazy one at that. I never suspected he could stoop this low. So stubborn. Mark my words.
Vengeance will be mine.
Will be mine. Let's discuss this later. Our first priority is recovering that diagram.
Let's go. I guess this is the time for some actions, Eula. 27,000 HP. Oh my god, kitty cute है बे. Oh, 57 crit rate, 130 crit damage. कम है बे crit rate तो. Physical damage bonus 20%. Only 20%. R1. Oh my god, base attack तो देखो 741. 4 piece noblesse. ये लोग सबको 4 piece noblesse ही पकड़ा देते क्या? C3 8 8 11. Okay, let's go. यूला खेलने मिलेगी या तो हमें लेट्स गो. इसका क्या करना है? ओके उल्टा हो गया ये तो.
The wind knows me.
More speed.
They're here! Stop them!
More speed. Shudder. Beg for mercy.
Must counterattack. So quiet.
Quietly now.
I condemn you.
You can't run.
Into the wind.
Crush. Blood of frost.
All you got. Don't be a killjoy. You've only just begun.
Shudder.
I see through you. This is trouble. The loneliness. I just can't wait. You need to hurry up. An unfortunate fault.
Beg for mercy. Yeah. Crush. Yeah. More speed.
Cook this through.
Busted.
This should be fun. Time to
Embrace the ice.
my duty.
One with nature. Time to go. Clouds high. The birds come.
Yeah. Shudder. Beg for mercy.
I slipped up.
Vengeance will be mine.
Vengeance will be mine.
I guess this is it.
ऊपर कुछ है क्या? चेस्ट पेस तो दे दो इन लोगों को, बता रहा हूँ। कुछ नहीं है क्या? क्या बे, चेस्ट भी नहीं रखते ये लोग यार। छोड़ भाई, कुछ नहीं है। ये क्या है? मेरे बिना ऊपर चला गया ये? Wait, what? नीचे भाई बंद हो जाएगा क्या? नहीं होगा, ठीक है, चलो भाई।
That's where they put the diagram.
अरे तू है क्या? अभी दिखाता हूँ इसको। अबे
Into the wind.
My apologies. More speed. Shudder.
You dare provoke me! Fatui, come forth and dispose of them!
The wind knows me.
Blood of frost.
So soon! Harden up. Take cover.
Shudder.
Quietly now.
One with nature.
Take flight. Beg for mercy.
This is trouble.
Shudder. Freeze to the core. Crush.
Easy.
This must be it. They may very well have already made a copy of it, but without my uncle as their puppet, there'd be no use in them attacking the city.
The Fatui wouldn't have relied only on your uncle.
True. But if their plan had hinged purely on taking Mondstadt by force, as opposed to with the help of a puppet, they could have spared themselves the trouble. The Fatui are dishonest, but they wouldn't go as far as to start an open war. Their opposition wouldn't just be Mondstadt alone.
Right, that's what I was thinking. That would be putting the cart before the horse.
Anyway, I'll inform the acting Grandmaster. She'll know how to handle things from here.
By the way, why did you follow us here?
Yeah, you suddenly appeared at just the right moment.
Yeah, about that. Because you stole my targets by attacking the Fatui I'd been tracking earlier, I came to exact my vengeance. You tried to do my job for me, and I'm here to return the favor.
So getting the diagram from Monster's defenses was your way for exacting vengeance. Guess we are even now, right?
Finally, after all this time, Paimon understands what you're saying. In reality, you sensed that something might happen to us during our investigation. You were worried about us and your uncle, so you brought a team to take a look.
My purpose was vengeance. Don't twist the story. You don't look too bright, but it turns out you have a knack for scheming. And mark my words, I'll remember that.
Hey, what do you mean Paimon doesn't look too bright?
You have seeded a deep enmity between us. Just you wait. Even if you were to be completely destroyed, I would never forget you.
So, does that make us your alchemist?
Bring it on!
I like your fighting spirit. I'll take this diagram back to the Knights of Favonius and take it from here.
Sure. Well, see you around.
That you will. And make sure not to steal my targets next time.
Okay.
Time to go.
अरे ये लोग चेस्ट वेस्ट नहीं रखते थे क्या पहले? कुछ है ही नहीं. ये रही ना. मेरे से नहीं छुपती बे.
I'll protect us.
All good. What to do? इसमें भी दर्द लेना पड़ेगा क्या? Let's chill with random, I guess. Bennett, Kaching, and Ayato. Okay. Team's good.
Oh, ow! Where did that come from?
राइडन नाम है इसका. उसके पास राइडन शोगन नहीं है क्या? यहाँ पे जा सकते थे क्या पहले?
Busted. Here comes the catch.
Be still.
Quietly now. Things are about to get dicey.
Nowhere to hide.
Mind the daily.
Incoming.
Take it easy.
मेरे ही पीछे क्यों पड़ा है ये मोटा? रिस्टार्ट नहीं करेंगे क्या ये लोग? मिसप्लेटर लेके घूम रहा है इसका आया तो।
Cold. Time to bundle up.
प्लेयर 4 भग गया। ए इसने तो सब फूड बफ लिए भाई, फूड बफ लेके बैठा है बंदा। और इसका तो कमीशंस करने बाकी भाई बंदे के। ओ जंगली सामा आ गए।
I got a new letter from an informant. Looks like the situation has changed again.
90 लेवल का जोंगली भाई इसका तो। उसका पिंक ग्रीन में चल रहा है दोनों का। अबे चालू कर दिया इसने।
Quietly now. Things are about to get dicey.
मेरे को क्यों तोड़ा बे? बे मोटे मेरे पीछे मत आ। हाँ लगा मेरे को।
Gotcha. Take it easy.
भाई इतना ज्यादा लगा। बंदे मार नहीं रहे क्या? 23,000 पड़ा है उसका।
Take it easy.
I will have order.
Busted.
Be still.
अचानक से गेम स्लो हो गया, ऐसा क्यों लग रहा है मेरे को? सबकी एचपी की वाट लग गई भाई। अबे यार ये क्या देते मेरे को? नहीं चाहिए भाई। स्टार्ट कर ले बे। वैसे हार तो तुम उस पे लगा सकते हैं ना, क्या बोलते हैं, मोना पे। DPS मोना और वॉट। वो देखो फुल बफ ले रहा है बंदा वहां पे खड़े खड़े।
Things are about to get dicey. Take it easy. Gotcha. Here comes the catch.
हमारे पास वो नहीं है ना फायर, शील्ड ही नहीं टूट रही कोई।
Quietly now. Things are about to get dicey.
आया तो मर गया। Wait, what?
I'm feeling a little off.
ज़ोंगली कैसे मर सकता है बे? I need an explanation. ज़ोंगली कैसे मर सकता है?
Time to bundle up.
यार किसी के पास नहीं है क्या पायरो? भग गया वो ज़ोंगली। बोलता है क्या बकवास टीम है भाई। वो ये भी भग गया। मैं भी भग जाऊँ क्या? पायरो नहीं है क्या किसी के पास? पायरो होता तो बूम बैम कर देते यार हम लोग। मेरे को लगता है उसको बिल्ड करना पड़ेगा यार, बेनेट को। बेनेट भी नहीं है यार किसी के पास। यहाँ पे क्या टीम चल रही है? बारबरा लेके घूम रहे हैं यहाँ पे। बारबरा कोकमी। यहाँ पे तो ये भी जलाया हुआ नहीं, ठंडे लग रही भाई, जल्दी करो। कौन है भाई प्लेयर 1? जल्दी करो यार, ठंडे लग रही है। हो गया। क्या टीम लेते हैं? वाओ, ट्रैवलर, नोआल, रेजर, राइडन, सुक्रोज। 40 लेवल की सुक्रोज क्या करेगा ये लेके? पागल है क्या? आया का क्यों ले रहा है ये?
A blade is like a tea leaf. Only those who sample it many times can appreciate its true
ये
qualities.
ठीक है, ये ठीक है। पायरो ले लो यार कोई। काजुआ ले रहा है ये शेंगलिंग ले रहा
The
है।
publishing house has released numerous works that lay out military strategy in a simple and pragmatic way.
खतरनाक टीम है भाई। ठंड लग गई। प्लेयर 1 बहुत ही धीमा है भाई। राइडन से ऊंची है क्या ये लन? आई गेस ऊंची है। लंबी है मतलब। ये उछकना बंद करेगी भाई, देखने देना मेरे को क्या उछक रही है।
Gotcha.
यार मेरे को बैटरी नहीं मिली बे भाई। ये क्या हो गया?
Here comes the catch. Take it easy.
There is no escape. Inazuma shines eternal.
Quietly now. Things are about to get dicey.
आज तो अब डेथ मिल रहा है भाई। गस्ट ऑफ नॉस्टैल्जिया ये अभी आया है। ये क्या है भाई? Increases elemental skill damage 20%. Defeating an opponent has 100% chance to remove elemental skill CD. Oh. ये टीम अच्छी है भाई। राइडेन शोगन भर भर के मार रही है। शैंगलिंग आधे रास्ते में रुक गई। वो लगाओ क्या? वुड बफ वाटर टाइप। क्या फर्क पड़ता है क्या? मेरे को तो दिखता ही नहीं भाई। नंबर्स कहाँ है? मेरे तो नंबर्स ही नहीं दिख रहे।
Gotcha.
Illusion shattered.
These are about to get dicey.
Born to oblivion.
Someone needs assistance.
भाई खत्म है भाई आज मेरा। ये ही मिल रहा है मेरे को तो बेहतर। और क्या यूज कर सकते हैं? ये क्या है? स्टैमिना नहीं चाहिए। ये क्या है? ये भी स्प्रिंटिंग स्टैमिना ही है। यहाँ पे होगा ना? क्रिट रेट डैमेज चाहिए भाई। भाई चालू हो गया।
Take it easy. Quietly now. Here comes the catch. Take it easy.
अरे मैं अंदर चला गया, बच गया।
Inazuma shines eternal.
Busted.
Have a good night, Shoba.
Comes over.
भाई इसकी नॉयल क्या डैमेज दे रही है भाई।
Take it easy.
ए गरम होना पड़ेगा। बार तो शैंगलिंग भी जिंदा बची भाई। जियो डैमेज बोनस, हाँ क्या करूँ भाई, जियो डैमेज बोनस कम है। भाग गए ये लोग, खत्म हो गया क्या इन लोगों का कंटेंट्स रेजिन।
Time to bundle up.
मेरे 2 बचे अभी, 2 और बार फाइट कर सकता मैं। कहाँ गया हमारा वो प्लेयर 1, भाग गया क्या? चलो भाई 2 और बार दर्द ले लेते और क्या। कोई मस्त बंदे आ जाए ना, मजा आता है भाई, कुछ करने की जरूरत नहीं पड़नी चाहिए।
Time to bundle up.
ओ यानफे है इसके पास, चलो ये अच्छा रहेगा यानफे के। काजुआ काजुआ यानफे स्टार्ट करो। अबे भाग गया नंबर 2, इलो ने भाग गया ये तो। स्टार्ट करो, बैनेट भी है। मेरे को अटैक परसेंटेज की सैंड नहीं मिल रही भाई, क्या है ये? 3 महीने से खेल रहा हूँ गेम भाई।
One with wind and cloud. Let's light it up.
Clouds high, quietly now. Into the wind.
Let's light it up.
Easy.
Time to go.
अबे यार फ्लावर्स मिल रहे मेरे को।
Busted. Into the wind.
इसका बैनेट अच्छा है भाई। ओ डैमेज देखा था। हील दे दो, हील दे दो, हील दे दो।
Take it easy.
Your damage bonus, okay. I'll take it. हो गया क्या मेरा? हो गया भाई। चलो इन लोगों की मदद करके जाते हैं एक बार, कोई बात नहीं। ये डोमेन तो टोटल वेस्ट है भाई, कुछ नहीं मिलता। अरे ये मारेगा यार। टीम वर्क इज ड्रीम वर्क।
Light it up! Into here comes the catch. As one with wind and... Adventure time!
चलो भाई।
It's getting a little cold. Time to bundle up.
कुछ ढंग का नहीं मिला। कॉन्ग्रेचुलेशंस गाइड। ओके, क्या कर सकते हैं? आर्टिफैक्ट्स ठीक है। ये तो एनर्जी रिचार्ज मिला था रे मेरे को। ओके चलो कलेक्ट करते हैं और क्या, अभी तो आर्टिफैक्ट। ओके गाइस, तो दैट इज इट फॉर टुडे स्ट्रीम। होप यू एंजॉय द स्ट्रीम। मिलते हैं नेक्स्ट स्ट्रीम में। अगर अच्छी लगी तो लाइक करना, शेयर करना, सब्सक्राइब कर देना चैनल को। मिलते हैं नेक्स्ट स्ट्रीम में, तब तक के लिए हंसते रहिए, मुस्कुराते रहिए और देखते रहिए मेरी जेंशिन इंपैक्ट की स्ट्रीम। मिलते हैं नेक्स्ट स्ट्रीम में, तब टाटा बाय, टेक केयर, हैव अ ग्रेट टाइम।